Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel. Happy Friday. And today we've got a bit of a fun one. We're going to be looking at the 16 personalities test to find out who exactly you are. Now, you may have heard of this website before, but if you haven't, then it is fantastic, and that's what I want to share with you today. Now, the website is 16personalities.com. This is what it looks like. It's a very complex business. They've got lots of different things going on, but their main thing is that you can do a free personality test by answering a few questions. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes, and it will basically tell you what type of person you are dependent on how you answer these questions. Now, the website's called 16 Personalities, but it is basically the Myers Briggs Type indicator, I believe it's called, which is the 16 personality types, and you will fit into one of these 16. Now, I was thinking I was going to do it live on the camera and show you me filling in, but then I was like, well, I don't want to influence you doing it because it really has to come from you as the person doing this, and I don't want you to be influenced by me talking about why I've picked certain things. It ultimately has to come from you. There is quite a lot of interpretation in some of the questions. So instead, what I'm going to do is actually just run through my results right now and go through some of the, it gives you like 8 pages of information that you can read about, all for free. And yeah, I'm going to run through this with you, and then hopefully you can compare your results with mine. And again, please comment down below as soon as you've done the test, because I'd love to get a conversation going about is it what you thought, is it not what you thought, and ultimately we can have a little chat. So to kick things off, on the screen right now you'll see a bit of an image of my results, but my results are 77% extrovert versus introvert. I'm 72% observant, 60% thinking over feeling. I'm 51% perspective, so that's pretty much 50-50, and I'm 96% assertive. Now, as you can see, that fits me in the entrepreneur personality type, which I'm not really surprised about, hence the name of the YouTube channel. But yeah, and it also tells you there's some other famous personality types that share the same as me, and they are Jack Nicholson, Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson. I also think Madonna was on the list, which is really weird because obviously none of those people you would immediately think, oh yeah, entrepreneur. But we obviously share similar character traits. And then moving on to the next page of the results, and this is where it breaks down what my sort of strengths and weaknesses are. Now, this is what I found really interesting, because I found them to be actually quite very accurate. So my strengths are noted down as being bold, as being rational and practical, being original, being perceptive, direct, and sociable. Now, it's funny because many years ago, before I started in business properly, probably when I was in sort of sixth form, university, I was nowhere near the extrovert. That is something which has definitely come out of me as I've become more confident in my own abilities when it comes to work especially, but also just as being a functioning human. So yeah, 77% extrovert, I would even say still quite high for me. But yeah, we're not going to argue with the test. I'm definitely more extrovert than introvert, and I'm definitely more social than unsocial. One of the downsides of working from home is sometimes I don't see many people, and that does get me down. Sometimes I have to go to Costa and Starbucks with the laptop just so I can see other people. I don't even need to talk to them. I just need to be like around other people. It's weird. But that is one of my character traits. I am a sociable kind of person. Now, the weaknesses, some I definitely 100% agree on, some we've talked about on this channel before, some maybe not so much, but maybe that's just me being, negative, trying to protect myself from weaknesses. But, maybe you tell me. If you know me, let me know down below. The first one is impatient. Cannot argue with that. We've talked about it many times before. I am horrendously impatient. Insensitive. Now, in a work environment, yes, perhaps I can be insensitive, but in more of a personal level, I would say I am quite a sensitive person. I am quite aware. I've got quite I would say I'm very compassionate and have empathy for people. Risk prone, absolutely. The whole nature of being entrepreneurial is doing things which are risky. You have to take the risk in order to get the reward. I can't argue with that one at all. Unstructured, yes. At times, yes. I will want to just go and do something and then worry and fix it as I go, rather than plan. I don't find planning is the best use of my time. I'd rather get things done. And again, it's a typical entrepreneur thing, you know. You can have the best idea in the world, but unless you're executing, it doesn't mean anything, and that's probably where that comes from. And finally, defiant. And I was thinking about defiant, and then I realised, yeah, 100% I am defiant. If it's very hard to get me to do something which I'm not interested in. Right now, I wasn't the best employee for that reason. I don't like the structured environment and being told what to do very much. Yeah, I'd be a horrendous employee now. So defiant, definitely. Unless I'm doing what I want, how I want, then I probably won't do it. So yeah. And again, I'm not going to go too deep into this because it's very me, and that's not what it's supposed to be. I want to get you to do it and share with everyone what your results are. So like I said, pictures going up on the screen as I go, but there are other paragraphs. Like I said, there's 7 or 8 pages worth of information. And apparently, I read the one on parenthood. Obviously, I don't have children, but apparently I'm the best type of parent, because the wonder of, like, in children, I still have that. I still want to know, why can't we do that? Which I found really interesting, because I say that to people all the time. People, oh, I can't do that. Why? Why can't you do that? Believe in yourself, you can do it. Obviously, you can't be a dragon, but, you know, or you can be the best damn dragon you want to be, whatever, go for it. But anyway, the other paragraphs include romantic relationships, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace habits, and then a bit of a conclusion wrap up. Now, the thing is with 16 Personalities, it's a great website. I actually met the lady who did all the artwork of the cool little characters when I was out in Thailand, which is really cool. And that's I first found this test about 2 years ago, and then I redid it last night. I was around at some family, and they all were doing the test, and I redid it, and I got the same result, which is good, I guess. It means I'm consistent in my answers. But it is interesting to know what your friends are, what your family are, and also it just helps with the working relationship, I guess. You know how, you know, what triggers them, what, you know, how to appeal to them, what type of people they are. I actually had the team all do it this morning, and then when I woke up, they'd all posted their results, and we've got a fantastic mix of people in our team. And it isn't a surprise to me, because I know each of them very well, and they are all very different in their own way. But it's interesting how different they are on the scale, on that those 5 percentages. It's fascinating. But also it helps, because now I know, you know, what their personalities are. I know what they're interested in, what matters to them the most, and ultimately how to appeal to them and how to give them what they want, help them achieve what they want. Now, you can pay for a premium profile on 16 Personalities. I personally have not done that yet. Whether it's something I will do, it doesn't seem overly expensive. Where is it? Premium profiles. Get my profile for $32.99. That's dollars, so 20 something pounds. It's not the end of the world, and apparently it's quite an in-depth article. So I may do that. I've not done it yet, so I can't really recommend it, but they do offer that, and if you want to look more into it, you'll have to find out what's going on. With that said, I hope you found this video useful, a bit of a fun one for a Friday. Go and take the test. It takes about 10 minutes. And let me know in the comments below what your personality type is. Are you the same as me? Are you an entrepreneur? Ultimately, if you're watching this and you think you are an entrepreneur, don't get hung up on this tag. Because if it says that you are an executive, a commander, a logistician, whatever it may be, that doesn't mean you can't be an entrepreneur. Someone last night had the executive personality type, and whilst the people that were similar to me were Jack Nicholson and Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, the person that was similar to her personality type was Steve Jobs. And as far as I'm concerned, you don't come much more entrepreneurial than Steve Jobs. So don't take this as a tag that you have to live by. I can't be an entrepreneur because I'm a logistician. It's not saying that. Read the articles, read the paragraphs, and it will tell you an awful lot about you as a person, which you'll either agree with or disagree with. I found mine to be at least 90% accurate. But again, let me know. Don't get hung up on the tag. It's a bit of fun, but it also, for me, was very accurate, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it as well. So let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're going to enjoy your weekend. Subscribe if you are new. And with that said, I'll catch you on Monday, as always, for another episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then.